Hi guys, welcome to C2C Mentors and welcome to this live lecture. What we're gonna do in this lecture is basically we have already done one video, guys. Which we talked about, and I hope that video has helped you. So if you're new to this channel, or if you're new to this video, I basically want to request you that watch my video about the CAT strategy. How do you start your preparation from the month of June? Now, in this live lecture, what I'm gonna do is basically I would love to give you guys the milestone. Right, the plan only and only for the month of June. So we are not going to discuss about July, August and all that. We just want to understand that if we are actually gunning for IMs, right, if you really want to crack IMs or at least get one call from IMs or other non-IMs, then what needs to be done in the month of June? Now, June being a very crucial month because this is the best time to start with your CAT preparation. And let's just say if you're somebody who has already been working on CAT exam from a couple of months, then this video can give you a great idea whether are you in the game or you're out of the game. So in this video I will be talking about what needs to be done in the month of June only categorically. Now let's start with June month. So in this video I will be talking about like all the segments of CAT. So I'm going to talk about number one, which is going to be quants. Okay, so we're going to talk about quants. We're also going to be talking about dilr, and we also be going to talk about VARC. Okay, so by the time you are watching this sort of session, I wanted to kind of sit with the pen and a paper, so you can sort of make a note of it. You can also take pictures of the slides that I have, and it can actually help you. Now, let's start with quantitative ability because quant is very crucial. As I said in my couple of videos also earlier, that quant is going to be really important. But how do you tackle quants, right? The first thing is going to be, I want you all to start with speed maths because guys, speed maths is the thing as far as your CAT exam is concerned, or even for that matter all the other non-CAT exams are concerned. So speed maths is really important. Now, what you should do in speed maths? Should you be working on division, deduction? Don't do that. The most important thing as far as your speed math is concerned is reciprocal. Now, reciprocals, I have already made lots of video, tons of video on reciprocals, so you can have a look at that. How does the reciprocal work in a very layman's language, in a very beautiful way, or you can say that in a very easiest form. I have explained all the reciprocals, and it is not only that you have to learn reciprocals till 30. A lot of institutions, they say that you have to mug up reciprocals till 30. I sort of differ on that front with the sort of strategies that I have, right? You can actually learn reciprocals till 100, right? So have a look at that video first. If not, you can actually find the link in the description, right? So that's something going to help you. Then you need to do something which is called as percentages. Yeah, percentages are also very crucial. Now when I talk about percentages, right, I want you to get ready with the mental calculation. You should be doing calculation in a mental format. You should not be doing the unitary calculation. Unitary method ka matlab hai school method in 200 wala. Just try to get away from that. Try to do mental calculation. That's only possible when you are actually pro in speed maths, right? So what you can do is this weekend I am conducting free lecture on speed maths. My team will be uploading the sort of a comment, or you can say the link in the description. You can click on that link. It's a Google spreadsheet link, by the way. Register yourself. It's going to be a free workshop. You'll get an email wherein we will be giving you all the details about the workshop, right? So that's going to be speed maths. If you attend this lecture, you will be really sorted for speed maths. That's number one. Number two is that you need to start with percentages as a topic. That's the second topic that I am recommending. Topic number three, you should be starting with ratio and proportion. That's really important. Ratio and proportion, I think, is one of the most important topic because it comes everywhere. You can solve CAT level questions, advanced level questions of CAT, ZAT, IFT, basic level question with ratio and proportion. You have ratio and proportion in profit and loss. You have ratio and proportion in time spent distance, time and work also. So ratio and proportion is going to be the next important chapter. Number four, after this, I wanted to start working on profit and loss. Profit and loss, very important. Very important. 2 questions in CAT every year, short. Ratio and proportion is more than 2. Percentages, definitely 1 or 2 questions. Number 5 is going to be simple interest and compound interest. That's going to be number 5. Number 6, you have time and work. I would prefer you to sort of start with time and work. And number 7 is going to be time spent and distance. These are the 7 chapters you can have. I actually forgot to mention one more topic. You can actually add it over here, or probably you can take it later on. But it's an easy topic. Sort of you can do this over here. That's called as averages. So do averages also. Now understand this. What you can do is you can break it up. You can actually do these things a little bit later also. Now if you do that in the month of June, it's going to be obviously a great thing. But let's just say that you are not able to do it, then you can actually postpone this to July also. But try to do it at least in the month of June. Basics kar lo, basics are going to be very easy. Now, this chunk that I just told you, that the chunk of topics that you see on my screen, this is going to be nothing but going to give you 12 to 14 questions. Last year, which is 2019 CAT, you had 14 questions from arithmetic only. Now understand this. Getting these 14 questions, right, from arithmetic out of 34 is nothing but 1/3 of the entire quant session. Quite important. So at least in the month of June, you have to focus more on basics and basics. So try to do the basic. Like now what basic I should be doing, इसका मैंने explanation दिया है मेरे पहले वाले वीडियो में 6 months to CAT, how do you study from June, देख लेना, that's going to help you. So this is the first thing that I want to do as far as your quants is concerned. Now once you're done with this, then you can probably move ahead, and then as far as your DILR is concerned, I want you all to sort of focus on DI right from now. And in the month of June, what you have to do is you have to do calculation oriented data interpretation, and trust me, this is the most important aspect of CAT. A lot of students, most of the time, they do this mistake. They feel that it's CAT, and for DILR they start on a very high level, but that's wrong. Start from the basic level because we're in the month of June, we're not in the month of October. So take the advantage of the time right now and go ahead, do the calculation based data interpretation. You can also do data interpretation which is based on fill in the blanks. It is nothing but just a different format of calculation oriented data interpretation sets. This is again going to be sort of a mark machine, you can say that, or you'll get more marks here. Now 2017, 2018, 2019, for all the 3 years, you have seen data interpretation based on calculations. So if you're doing these two things, at least you'll be able to knock off 2 to 3 sets in DI for sure. So this is where you go step by step. Now, calculation oriented DIs are going to be easy because you already know reciprocals, you already know speed math, you already have done the mental calculation. Then here, आपका speed बढ़ेगा. So this is quite a good strategy to kind of begin with. This is the same strategy I told my toppers last year. Those who have made it to IMA, we've got around about 7 students in IMA this year. So guys, try to utilize this strategy. It will definitely give you good results. So we're done with quants now. We're done with LRDI now. Now, let's talk a little bit about quants. So what happens is, the moment you have done with this, which is nothing but your data interpretation, right? Then I want you to sort of go back to quants again. I'm giving you 2 chapters. Chapter number 1 is percentages, okay? And I'm going to tell you another chapter that's going to be profit and loss. I want you to sort of do basic level pehle, and then I want you to move ahead with advanced session or advanced level of these 2 chapters. Quite important. Your target should be, I'm going to be doing the basics of all the topics, and then I will be taking at least 2 or 3 chapters. This is bare minimum that I'm asking you from. This is the bare minimum that I'm asking you, right? If you can do this, fantastic. If you can add a couple of more topics, even more better. It depends on your availability, how much time you have, whether you're working or whether you're not working. So I want these things to be done by hook or by crook without any excuses. You got to do this. Now, advanced level जब आप करोगे, then you might find some bottlenecks. You might find कि यार ये चीज़ मुझे नहीं आती है. Then what you can do is, if you're not able to do it, go back, do the basics again. But at least आपको पता चलेगा कि हाँ, advanced level में मैं stuck हो रहा हूँ. And that's an alarming situation कि भाई अभी आपको थोड़ा advanced level पे मेहनत करना पड़ेगा. So that's going to be really profitable to you. So this is something you can do as far as your quants is concerned. 2 का advanced होना ही जरूरी है. If you're a C2C mentor का student, this is the exact way we are going to do in the month of June, right? Because I have a batch which is starting from 5th of June. So if you're starting with me right now, this is exactly what we're going to do. If you're somebody who is little bit early, अगर आपने हमें May में join करा है, if you're joining in the month of April, you are done with this, right? And if you're done with this, then definitely you can revise them, and definitely you're a little bit ahead of it. Now, let's move ahead and talk about VRC. VRC, one of the most important segment, right? Now, I actually kind of put it in different format. Verbal ability अलग से, reading comprehension अलग से. This is nothing but 24 questions. This is nothing but 10 questions. Now understand here, I always sort of want you guys to think about where you have more surety, right, or where you have more assurity. See, RC, you keep on doing. Practice will make you pro in RC, but do we need that sort of thing in verbal ability? The answer is no. Now what comes under verbal ability? Number one, parajumble, the most important of all. Number two, odd one out, nothing but it's a sort of a parajumble ka little bit of higher version. Then number three, para summary. Number four, para completion. This entire chunk is for 10 questions. Multiplied by 3 is equal to 30 marks. Now mind you, these questions are tita, typing the answer. Not for para summary, not for all these things. Parajumble are definitely going to be tita. So when you approach tita question, and if you crack tita question with 100% accuracy, whenever you talk about scaled score, जहाँ पे normalization होता है, people who are cracking all tita questions correct with 100% accuracy, you are ahead of the crowd. Always remember, if you are cracking tita questions with 100% accuracy, you are ahead of the crowd, because that's where you get the advantage. Fine. So I am going to be conducting in the month of June. I'm going to conduct 3 sessions. My target this time is to cover parajumble, to cover odd one out, and to cover para summary. I will be covering all these topics by the end of June, and you will be ready for those 10 questions by hook or by crook. We'll do all the shortcuts, we'll do all the strategies, all the rules which can assure you 100% accuracy, that's for sure. So if you want to join Seducing Mentor, if you have already joined, then you can aim for getting these 10 questions, 30 marks in your kitty by the end of June. And then you can practice and become pro in it. The more you practice, lesser will be the time to solve questions with 100% accuracy. So this is what I want you to do as far as verbal ability is concerned. Then RC, leave. Just do reading. So we're done with this. So arithmetic we know, then we know verbal ability, we know LRD also. Again, we got to do something more in quants. Okay, do you remember my funda? AAG, A for arithmetic, A for algebra, G for geometry. I want you all to pick up geometry this month. Quite important. Now you might say, sir, why geometry? See, the point with geometry is that geometry को ज़्यादा time लगता है, and geometry में बहुत सारा चीज़ें पढ़ने के लिए. But at the same time, it's going to be really beneficial. 7 to 8 questions in CAT, short, no doubt about it. So what you should start with as far as geometry is concerned, start with basic, very basic level. Start with lines, start with triangles, start with circles, start with these chapters, basic chapters. You have Seducing books, okay? If you have Seducing books or whatever ebooks that we're going to give you in this month, like we have mentioned all the theorems, all the properties of these chapters. Try to do basic questions from these chapters. Easy to understand, easy to do, and trust me, you will be able to get a couple of questions from these chapters in your CAT paper. Not only CAT paper, CAT, JAT, MAT, and MAT, CMAT, CET, SNAP, all the exam. So you are preparing for CAT, but by default you are getting ready for all the exam. So quants mein what you gonna do? Quants mein you gonna do arithmetic. Quants mein you gonna do geometry. That's quite important. DILR mein what you gonna do? Calculation oriented DI sets you gonna do, and fill in the blanks sort of sets you gonna do. Verbal ability mein what you gonna do? Para jumble, para summary, para and odd one out. Right? So if you look at this, if you do this entire chunk, this can give you round about 28 questions in CAT. How many? 28 questions in CAT. That's close to 30% of CAT. Or rather 28% of CAT. Let's just say. Now, I don't like to talk about this, but for the fact students are there, they sort of like to understand this. Let me understand, let me give you this clarity. 28 questions with 100% accuracy. Okay? 2017 का पेपर जो था वो बहुत easy था as far as quants is concerned. So with 28 questions, with the level of difficulty of around about 2017 का paper, you should be close to 85%. Right? Likewise, 2018, 2019. So 28 and 30 is a good number to kind of cross that 75 to 80% का sort of a bracket. Again, depend करता है आपका LOD क्या होगा, right? और एक ऐसा assumption मैंने रखा है कि आप 28 और 28 questions कर लोगे with 100% accuracy. But again, मैंने कहा I don't believe in all these things, but I'm just giving you an idea कि quantify अगर आप करोगे तो आप कहाँ पे खुद को देख सकते हो. So यार, अगर हम बात करेंगे ये जो topics हम कर रहे हैं, all these are topics sure shot. We are not hitting in dark. कोई चीज़ें हवा में नहीं है, कुछ ज्ञान नहीं है, कोई गोली नहीं है. I am giving you the exact thing which is going to be there in CAT 2020 for sure. So if you do this in the month of June, in the month of July, you can sharpen it, you can revise it, you can practice it, and that's how you're going to become pro. Trust me, itna karo, CAT is going to be all fine. Along with CAT, all other exams are going to be fine. Because I'm not telling you what you have to do. I'm telling you what you have to do, but at the same time, I'm telling you how you are supposed to do it. So guys, please follow this. इसको एक पेपर पे लिख लो, अपने डेस्क पे लगा लो, बस इसको फॉलो करो. Call me in the month of July. You will tell me, sir, मजा आ गया. Now, at the same time, let's talk about mocks. This is going to be the last point of this session. I want to give topic-wise mock. Topic-wise mocks are very important. So give topic-wise mocks just to see where do you stand. So guys, I hope you liked the lecture. Now, what I can do is, in the description, my team will be putting up the link of WhatsApp group and Telegram group. Over there, I can speak to you one-to-one. Over there, I can help you guys. If you have any doubts, you can speak to me. So do join my Telegram channel, my Telegram groups for CAT, and also join all the WhatsApp groups that we have. It will help you eventually for sure. Okay, so guys, that's it from my side. Thank you so much for attending this live lecture.